Hey guys, welcome to another video. In this one, I want to share with you all some plant accessories or plant products that I keep buying over and over. Now, I'm not saying this because I am an Amazon associate. I have been buying these products before I was an Amazon associate. This one, here's a little preview of what the products are going to be, by the way. Do have a couple extra ones, but more importantly, in this video, I want to show you all how I either assemble the product because I hate difficult assemblies. I don't want to have to go and get no screwdriver all this drama. I just want easy peasy installs. Now, I also want to show you all how I use the product so that you can understand how useful it has been for me, and hopefully it will solve some problems for you all or be as useful. Now, I am going to give you my genuine reviews on these, and I do value an honest opinion or honest view on the product before purchasing it. And this is an opportunity for me to help you all decide on if these could be essentials for you or not. For each of the products, there are a bunch of reviews as well on Amazon so that you could go do your checks and balances before you just go on a shopping spree if that's the case. Now, I have seen these products available locally, but here's my beef. If I use it and I don't like it, nobody's taking it back in Trinidad. On Amazon, however, and I feel like a lot of people take for granted that the return policy does exist in Trinidad. All you have to do is follow the instructions from the seller. There's also a live chat platform on Amazon now that you could chat with an Amazon rep or even the seller who will direct you accordingly. Now, I have used this a million times. Sometimes I don't even have to send back the product. They don't care about that. They care about customer satisfaction and long-term sales. So they are going to do everything in their power to help you with whatever issue you're having. So in my experience anyway, I have sent packages back via UPS. And like I said, sometimes I don't even have to send the package back. All in all, what I'm trying to say is in Trinidad, the return policy does hold true. Okay, so let's get into the first product. This is my absolute favorite. If I could only choose one product on Amazon, a planty accessory, a planty product, it will be this electric sprayer. Let me tell you, this thing has not disappointed. And this is another reason I love Amazon. I get value for money. I get products that I cannot find locally that actually are useful and saves me time. This is an electric sprayer. All I have to do is drop the receiving end into a regular bottle or jar, whatever you have. I actually use a 1 gallon container and just refill that with whatever solution I make. Now, I feed hydroponically, I foliar feed, I pestry using a neem oil solution that I make. So this has been super convenient for me where I could just press a button and it does all the work for me. I don't have to be squeezing this spray nozzle 100 times or even more or even lugging around a tank on my back. No, this thing has a long reach as well and it just does all the work for me. You have to try it to really understand. So how I ended up searching for something like this and actually finding it, of course, on Amazon was because I went down to do plant chores one day and I run a tight ship. So I was so annoyed when my spray can malfunctioned on me. So it started depressurizing and I couldn't fix it back and it was so annoying. So I decided to search for an electric hose that could serve the purpose and hopefully I don't have to keep buying as frequently as a spray can. And well, this is what I stumbled across and it has been working awesome since. It's crazy to think back on the fact that I used to use a 1 liter spray bottle and just manually spray each one of my plants. Now with a 500 count plant collection, there's no way a 1 liter bottle or even a 1 gallon spray can could get the job done like how this electric sprayer does it in 20 minutes. For me, I am so glad I don't have to be wasting time on these spray bottles that just do not get the job done. Trust me, you are going to love this product. The next product I want to talk about are these stackable stakes from Twigs. This is the second batch I'm buying from them. Now it is advertised as Monstera plant support, but don't let that fool you. I am using it on this begonia here that needs staking. Yes, I can use a regular stake, but I love the fact that this stake has additional support via the arms that come off of the body of the stake. So I can position the leaves as well as secondary stems if the plant has secondary stems and give the plant the proper support it needs to grow properly as well as to be displayed a lot nicer. So I just use a clip and I fasten it to the arms that come off the sides. And I'll show you another way I've used it, which is actually on my anthurium to protect emergence from getting damaged. In this reel that I made for Instagram, I used the first batch of steaks that I bought, and basically you could see it in the stackable formation here. One just simply fits into the other, and each one comes with the additional arms. So I had originally bought it to use as a regular steak, but then I realized it is the perfect tool to protect my anthurium emergents from getting damaged as they unfurl. If you have anthuriums, you would know how delicate the emergents are, and it worked like a charm. Now, when I shop on Amazon, I make sure or I really try to shop when things go on sale. And I realize this is a quick tip for you all. When you save items to a wish list on Amazon, once it goes on sale or the price is reduced or a coupon is released, you get notified. So I definitely recommend that if you're shopping on Amazon to definitely create a wish list so that you are prompted when the item goes on sale and you could definitely save money. Unlike having to go to the mall and wish and hope and pray, that you get that insider scoop, you don't have to worry about that on Amazon. Another product that I found that I was impressed with in terms of how sturdy it was, it's actually made of metal, is this group of trellises. Recently, I got my variegated micans and I was absolutely torn about if to let it trail or if to trellis it at first. And well, from that reel, you saw that I ended up trellising it. By the way, this reel was on my home fashion and garden profile on Instagram. If you're interested in other Amazon products outside of garden related ones, you'll find all of those there. So I ended up trellising the micans, as you saw, to really display the variegation properly. Now, in hindsight, I may not use this trellis going forward long term for the variegated micans. I'll transfer it to a pole and probably size up the leaves. However, these I feel are most appropriate for Hoyas as it can definitely take the weight. It is substantial, it's made of metal, it's zinc coated and really, really appropriate for outdoor or indoor use. So I would definitely recommend giving them a try. Clear pots are another product that I get on Amazon only because I can't find it locally at all. If y'all know where I could find clear pots like reasonably priced, please link me up. Of course, I try to recycle, as y'all know, using my Starbucks cups and any clear plastic container that I could punch holes at the bottom and reuse. But I have a bunch of anthurium seedlings in tow, and I really need to have some clear pots on hand. So I got this batch of 36 pieces. It's 5 inch, 4.5 inch, and 3 inch sizes, 10 in each. And they aren't as sturdy as I would like them to be, but they are getting the job done. For example, I was terrified to repot my variegated black velvet, so I sort of just created this situation here, I would say, to allow the roots to continue to just grow out into the leca rather than having to repot it and sort of let the humidity do the work for me within this 2 cup method. This seems to work for me, so it's serving the purpose. These are the anthurium seedlings that I mentioned before. They are of unknown ID as when I bought this plant it was an Ace of Spades hybrid and it was pollinated already. It is showing variegation which is exciting, but the point is they are growing out and are ready to be potted up. So the purpose of purchasing these clear pots is to be able to monitor the root growth without disturbing the seedling too much. Also when I'm rehabbing, for example, my anthurium luxurians went down, I am able to see if there's new root growth and stuff without having to disturb the entire plant. This is the product that I got and I'll link it below in the description. Here's another product that I have actually lost count on how many times I've repurchased it. I am really a lazy person when it comes to extending poles and stuff. You have seen me extend them using traditional cocoa poles made of the plastic coated wire that I attach to each other using zip ties, which yes, they do work, but sometimes when I am really rushing, as I mentioned before, I really do run a tight ship having a toddler still working and having a really large collection to deal with, that sometimes I do take this lazy approach. Well, I shouldn't say lazy. I do think it is a smart system, I would say, as it is stackable. You're going to see the full product shortly. It comes already built and ready to be stacked without zip tie. This set came as a pack of four and they just interlock one on top of each other. It comes with instructions and it is made of coco coir, similar to the traditional ones that I use. The difference, I would say, well, the major difference is that I find coco coir to be a little more compact than the traditional one that I use, and the stake or the wooden base does run all the way through with an opening to the top. So there is less volume of coco coir, I would say, for the roots to grow into, but I haven't really seen any major difference to say that I would stop using this system. This set also comes with a bunch of additional accessories, which is a really great perk because all of these are useful. This is my variegated Rhaphidophora tetraspuma that I got from Sam, and it has been on this coco pole since I got it, and it is ready for an extension, and I literally just slip it right in, and that's the end of it. There is no zip tie-in, it's literally done in seconds. So the next product, I believe, is the first product that requires assembly. Now, there is, I'm just going to let you all know, it is a plant stand, which you probably already figured out anyway. But there is this one that I'm going to feature, and I probably will give you all a glimpse of another one that is super similar to this, but the assembly is horrible, and I definitely would not recommend that one. But this one that I'm showing you, and the one that I would link in the description, is this one that was such a breeze to assemble. You literally just unpack it out of the box, and it starts taking formation. I love that it came with these caps for the bottom of the stand so you won't scrape your floors. You could drag it around. You know, it really is meant for easy living, I would say. So you literally just push it in there and that's it. Now, this is the sweet part. It just screws in like this. Super simple. You're just going to twist until the both poles meet, and that's basically the assembly. Other parts to be assembled included the plates or the saucers that just lined up perfectly with the poles and just kind of sat on the opening to be screwed in and attached. And that was basically the whole attachment with respect to putting on the plates. I got a 5-tier stand, so basically it came with 5 plates that required attaching, and you just had to slip it on like this and push down in this instance where you kind of just lined it up like that and pushed it down, or I had to screw it in like you saw before. So all in all, the assembly was a breeze. I am so glad that this was just a fluker. That when I decided to purchase this particular product, I added two to cart. So I had two of these and one of the crappy one that, like I mentioned before, I will not link that one below. I will link this one below, but I'll still feature it here so you can do the comparison. So this is the other one. It came with, I would say, equal number of parts, yes, instructions to read and stuff, but coming after that first one that I showed you all, it really was a pain compared to how easy it was to assemble the first one. So this was the amount of parts it came with. Yes, it looks similar, but from the time I see all these screws and nuts and wrench and all kind of thing, I just am not going down this route. I will not recommend this one. Yes, it's beautiful. Yes, it's serving the purpose, but the assembly is the reason why I won't recommend it. You can put the other one together with no help, and that's the one I'll link below. This is just a quick mock-up of the stand in terms of how to use it, the different levels. Now, I have just tossed a bunch of neon photos in there. Yes, I love them. That's why I have so many. But you can see how minimal this stand is. The foliage really covers it all. The stand just gets lost inside of the foliage, I would say. Of course, depending on the plants that you want to use. For me, I really wanted minimal pieces that just blend in with my decor. So the plants, obviously, I want as the showpieces, and well, this stand really served that purpose and helped me achieve that. So you can look out for maybe a styling video. Let me know if you're all interested in seeing how I eventually styled the stand, including this stand. Now that would be the end of the products on this list, but I did have one that I wasn't sure if to include in this video, and that was my bunch of eucalyptus. It is real eucalyptus, but I left it out thinking that it may be more appropriate for when I create my bathroom accessories Amazon video. So you can probably look out for that one where I would feature this bunch of eucalyptus in much more detail. With that said, if you're new here, thank you so much for joining us. If you're returning, thank you so much for coming back. I really appreciate you guys viewing and watching the videos and interacting, liking, subscribing, all that good stuff. More importantly, if you do have any requests, please feel free to let me know. Let's get a conversation going. You can look out for a video every Friday. I try to post my plant videos, but recently I'm trying a new thing where I post Amazon videos on a Wednesday. Remember, I have, well, I think I mentioned in this video, I have a second Instagram profile which features other products from Amazon, not only planty products, but home and fashion products as well. If you're interested in that, you can tune in on a Wednesday for that video. And you can check out the Instagram profile as well to see if you missed any of those products. If there's anything you'd like to see, feel free to hit me up. And thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. It means a lot.